joining us, we have Kay, Lynn, and Patty, and they are going to be talking with us a little bit about Feeding Avery Families Incorporated, as well as a very special Empty Bowls fundraiser coming up in May. Thank you, ladies, so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Now, Kay, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about Feeding Avery Families Incorporated and what this organization is all about?
I'd be glad to. Feeding Avery Families started about 2005. It began with possibly around 5 men, and at that particular time we were handing out boxes. What we do, we hand out boxes of food to families that are in need, that are going hungry. One out of 3 children in the Avery County area go hungry. We started with the program, and we're giving about 125 boxes out at the time.
Wow.
And from then we have grown. Since then we've grown, and now we currently give out over 525 boxes every month.
Wow.
We reach our average of 1,000 people, and that's including school children and adults. It's including families. We also started back before Christmas a backpack program that reaches the children, and we work together with Manna, and we supplement backpacks. So
wonderful.
There is a definite need. Poverty is a really great need in the Avery community, as well as Watauga, I'm sure, but we're focused in on Avery.
And a lot of these children, they get meals at school, and without that they wouldn't have any food. And then there is a big issue then in the summer for the children, because they are totally dependent on what their moms and dads can provide.
Absolutely. And that's something I think a lot of people kind of forget about. In the summer, there is that lack.
Yes.
That's true. And it's unfortunate, a lot of times even the children sometimes are left alone on the weekend, and if we can help supplement in any way, that helps the children where they are able to take care of themselves and fix food that we give them.
Absolutely.
Now, what are some of the ways that people can get involved?
Volunteerism is our big source. We have probably around 50 people volunteering, and we come from all backgrounds, different backgrounds of life, and we meet we distribute the last Wednesday of the month, but the third Wednesday prior to that of every month we pack boxes, and you can come over. I think it's important that we have our telephone number on there, and Feeding Avery Families, this is one of our little posters that we did, and it tells about the information that's needed, that you could call the telephone number. We also have a Facebook page of Feeding Avery Families. You can contact us through that. And you can also call the number that's listed there.
Okay.
And find out more information about it.
So lots of ways to volunteer and donate, it sounds
Absolutely.
Donations, and we do, when you said donate as well, we operate on donations. That's how we're funded, from different individuals, churches, organizations, and that's what keeps us going.
Very neat.
The Food Lion and Banner Elk is a huge supporter of Feeding Avery Families, and so is the Lowe's Foods. So we get food from them as well as from individuals, and the post office is doing a food drive this month for us, or maybe it's in May.
That'll be May 10th.
May 10th.
They'll put the flyers in the boxes to individuals. Everybody that's in Avery, whether you're in Villa Cruces or if you're in Avery County, you will be contacted, and then they'll pick up the food, the donations on May 10th.
Sounds
Which is
fantastic.
wonderful.
Definitely. And then we have a really neat fundraiser coming up a little bit later, the Empty Bowls fundraiser.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that.
We're very excited about Empty Bowls. When I came to Feeding Avery Families, I was surprised to find that we did not have a regular fundraiser. And although people are very generous with us, I think it's very important not only to educate everyone about who we are and why we're here, but also to have a workable and sustainable fundraiser. So this is our first annual Empty Bowls, and I know you all are very familiar with the one in Watauga that happens in March, but ours is in May. I wanted it a little bit set apart. We're having it on a Saturday, May 17th, and we're having it from 12 to 3 so that our older members will feel comfortable coming out for lunch. And one of the things that's so fun about this is our Avery High School did not have a pottery program prior to this. So I'm trying to find, people to make these bowls, and of course the high school is our primary source. And I was running into a lot of brick walls, and Mickey Banner, who is the arts director at Avery High, was so kind to us. Patty Connor Green, who is a professional potter from the Newland area, had volunteered to come and help the students to make bowls. So we have over 100 bowls coming from Avery High School. That component is now part of their education, and of course we're so delighted to have young people involved in hunger issues. It's just important to me that they know that the kid they pass in the hall, it doesn't matter if they have the latest iPhone, they might be somebody that actually is in need, and to have a community together working is just wonderful to me. So they are contributing bowls. Their Key Club there also will be helping us with the event. So we're very excited to have not only professional potters, but these Avery High Schoolers helping us.
Definitely, and these are some beautiful bowls
Aren't
you
they
brought
pretty?
today.
This is actually a student bowl, and I just love that cobalt blue. And you can tell this really pretty finger edge that this student did on it. This is a first bowl from someone who works at the Clay Studios in Vilas. A couple of our Watauga people have helped us. Normally she makes just little clay figures. This is her first bowl, but you can notice how gorgeous that glaze is with so many beautiful colors.
And there's a significance to someone donating a first bowl.
Yes.
A potter, whether it's a student or a professional, their first bowl is something that is near and dear to their heart. And these potters are willing to donate their first bowls to our fundraiser.
Absolutely.
Which is marvelous.
Now, how does the fundraiser work exactly?
We have a system where you come in and make a donation to Feeding Avery. We're actually not setting a dollar limit on it because we believe that people will be generous. And when they come in, they can select a handmade pottery bowl, which they take home. That pottery bowl is going to remind them that somewhere in our area, there are people who have empty bowls tonight. Then we have homemade soup, homemade rolls, sourdough rolls that Kay is making, and we also have homemade desserts. So there's some time, for conviviality, also a little education. John Cox, who is our lead volunteer, will be speaking a little bit to the folks to let them know what's going on in the community and hopefully to enlist their help.
Absolutely. Well, this sounds like an incredible cause. Remind us one more time the day and time.
May 17th from 12 to 3. It's at Mount Calvary Baptist Church in Banner Elk.
Sounds great. Well, thank you ladies so much for coming in to share with us.
Thank you for having us.
We appreciate
Absolutely. It was a pleasure. And we will be back right after these messages with more of the Mountain Television Network.